The 300C is Chrysler's flagship sedan, but earlier versions of the 300 just didn't have the refinement to deserve that status. This is a thoroughly revamped 300. Turns out Chrysler has built themselves a pretty nice large sedan here. It now feels like a luxury car. Big reason for that, it's really quiet inside. Not much wind noise, not much road noise. The ride is also luxury class. The body remains steady, and there's pretty good isolation here. That said, the optional 20-inch wheels, they do add some bling, but they really don't help when it comes to ride comfort. Handling is decent, but there's no hiding that this is a large car. The steering, it has low effort to it. It's lightly weighted. There is some feedback, though, through the wheel. Also, there isn't much body lean in the corners. The C in 300C signifies that the car has Chrysler's 5.7-liter Hemi V8. No surprise, this engine has plenty of power. It's also no surprise that it's not terrific when it comes to fuel economy. Most buyers are going to be plenty happy with the base 3.6-liter V6. That engine is smooth, has plenty of power, and gets better fuel economy. One thing though, the 5-speed automatic is a better match for the torque of the Hemi V8 than it is for the high-revving V6. A change to an 8-speed automatic should help things. The 300 used to have horrible driver visibility. This redesign helped a lot. You don't have to crane your neck anymore to look out to see stoplights. Still, it's not exactly like you're driving a fishbowl either. There's a long hood, the side windows are pretty short, and there's a high rear deck that gets in the way when you're backing up. A big backup camera helps. So does optional blind spot monitoring and cross traffic alert. That warns you when a car is crossing behind you as you back out of a tight space. The 300 has a luxurious interior, a thickly padded dashboard, a wood-rimmed steering wheel, lined storage compartments, piping on the leather seats. It's all very nice. A giant sunroof makes it feel bright and open and airy inside too. There's even heated and cooled cup holders. Too bad everything doesn't fit quite right though. There's also some so-so finish lines on the dashboard. The sparkly, glittery gauges look neat, but they're hard to read. They give off a whole lot of glare. There's a giant touchscreen for radio and climate controls. The fonts are large. Most of the buttons you touch on the screen are big. Everything's well labeled. It's pretty easy to use. It also helps that there's a set of redundant hard controls here, knobs and buttons for the most commonly used functions. When you have a big car, you expect a big cabin, and the 300 doesn't disappoint. The front seats, they're wide, they're plush, they're very comfortable. There's a power tilt and telescope steering wheel and power adjustable pedals, all to help you get dialed in just right. The rear seat is very roomy and comfortable for two, but three's a bit of a different story. The center perch, the cushion's pretty hard. Also, there's a large drive shaft tunnel. Takes up the place where your legs would go. If you get a big car, you expect a big trunk. The 300's trunk, well, it's pretty wide, but it also gets pretty shallow. That's going to limit the size of what you can fit inside. One nice touch, though, is the back seats fold flat. So the 300 is a worthy flagship for the Chrysler brand. This big sedan is also a convincing luxury car. It's also by far the best Chrysler we've tested in years.